So the continuation for previous one, that is proof for pointing theorem. So in previous one we are stated pointing theorem. The pointing theorem states that the cross product of electric field vector E bar and magnetic field vector H bar at any point is a measure of rate of flow of energy per unit area at that point. That is P bar is equal to E bar cross H bar. So now how to prove this? P bar is equal to E bar cross H bar. So the pointing vector P bar is equal to cross product between electric field vector E bar and magnetic field vector H bar. For to prove this pointing vector, first we will consider the Maxwell's equation. That means the pointing theorem can be proved with the help of the Maxwell's equation from Ampere circuit law. That is curl of H bar is equal to JC bar plus JD bar. So then JD bar is equal to dou D bar by dou T. So then D bar means epsilon E bar. So since epsilon is a constant, dou E bar by dou T. Dou E bar by dou T, which is equation number 2. So then substituting equation 2 in equation 1, we get curl of H bar is equal to JC bar plus epsilon dou E bar by dou T. So from this, JC bar is equal to curl of H bar minus epsilon dou E bar by dou T. So from this, multiply this equation, that means equation 3 with E bar on both sides. E bar dot JC bar is equal to E bar into curl of H bar minus epsilon into E bar into dou E bar by dou T. So which is equation number 4. This E bar curl of H bar can be written as divergence of E bar cross H bar. So this E bar cross X bar from vector identities. So this is H bar into curl of E bar minus E bar into curl of H bar. E bar into curl of H bar, which is equation number 5. Substituting equation 5 in equation 4, we get. So this is curl of H bar. See here, this is corner side. That's why I will tell corner E bar into curl of H bar minus of. So then substituting equation 5 in equation 4, E bar dot J bar is equal to H bar curl of E bar. So minus E bar curl of H bar minus epsilon E bar dou E bar by dou T. So from this, we know that H bar is equal to curl of E bar is equal to minus dou B bar by dou T. From this, minus B bar means mu H, that's why minus mu into dou H bar by dou T. So then H bar is equal to H bar into minus mu into dou H bar by dou T. So then minus epsilon into E bar into dou E bar by dou T minus E bar into curl of H bar. So then E bar dot J bar is equal to minus mu into H bar dot dou H bar by dou T minus epsilon into E bar dot dou E bar by dou T into minus E bar into curl of H bar can also written as divergence of E bar cross H bar from this. So then from this. So then which is equation number 6 here. So we are already proved. That is H bar dot dou H bar is equal to half dou by dou T of H bar square, and E bar dot dou E bar by dou T is equal to half dou by dou T of E bar square, where we are proved means energy stored in electric field and energy stored in magnetic field. Energy stored in electric field means that is second unit, energy stored in magnetic field means that is third unit here. So then, so here continuous equation numbers are 7, which is 8. Substituting equation 7 and 8 in equation 6, we get equation 6 means this equation, equation 6 means this equation, that is E bar dot J bar is equal to minus mu into half dou by dou T H square. So then here it is minus half dou by dou T E bar square, which is H bar also, minus divergence of E bar cross H bar. So then from this can be written also minus divergence of E bar cross H bar. So then minus mu into, and if we can common this dou by dou T value, that means minus dou by dou T of mu into half mu H square, dou by dou T of half mu H square plus half epsilon E square, because of here we are missed this epsilon in this equation, so that's why epsilon, half epsilon E bar square. So then finally this equation may written as, if we are applying integration for E bar dot J bar, if we are applying integration for E bar dot J bar, volume integral of E bar dot J bar is equal to volume integral of minus divergence of E bar cross H bar minus dou by dou T of half mu H square plus half epsilon E bar square dV. So individually we can write volume integral of E bar dot J bar is equal to minus volume integral of divergence of E bar cross H bar dV minus volume integral of, it is dou by dou T, half mu H bar square plus half epsilon E bar square dV into dV. So if we can, this is the final expression here. If we can observe here, volume integral of E bar dot J bar is equal to volume integral of divergence of E bar cross H bar. From divergence theorem, that means which can convert volume integral into surface integral, that is volume integral of divergence of E bar cross H bar dV is equal to closed surface integral of E bar cross H bar ds. Then volume integral of E bar dot J bar dV here. Here it is dV. dV is equal to minus surface integral of E bar cross H bar ds minus dou by dou T volume integral of half mu H bar square plus half epsilon E bar square. So which is the expression. If you can observe this, what is this here? E bar dot G bar means which is a pointing vector, because of E bar means electric field, which is in terms of volt per meter. That means volt per meter into J bar means current density, which is in terms of ampere per meter square. So then here, which is equals to volt ampere per meter cube. Volt ampere per meter cube means watt per meter cube. Watt per meter cube means power density. Watt per meter cube means power density. And here minus E bar cross H bar into ds. E bar means which is also V bar per meter, and H bar means ampere per meter. Then finally watt per meter square. Watt per meter square. That means the power density in surface, but here it is power density in volume, it is power density in surface. So here also we can convert this, no problem. Power density in surface, no problem. Minus dou by dt of half mu h square, half epsilon square. Half mu h square means energy stored in magnetic field. Half epsilon square means energy stored in electric field. That means the power or energy flows through an electromagnetic wave can be reduced. Reduced means the energy stored in the electric field and a magnetic field can be reduced. Minus indicates that reduced the energy stored in the electric field and a magnetic field while propagating towards the EM wave. What is it means generally if we can consider any power wave, it can be flows through a conductive region. What happens means some of the power can be wasted in terms of resistance, that is called ohmic loss or conduction loss. That's why output power is equal to input power minus losses. That's why output power does not equal to input power. Here in the same manner here also, whatever the power at point A, that is not equal to the whatever the power at point B, or whatever the energy at a source is, it is not equal to the whatever the energy at receiver, whatever the energy at transmitter, which is not equal to the whatever the energy at receiver, because of there is a loss due to the energy stored in the electric field, at the same time energy stored in the magnetic field. That's why here the power output is equal to input minus the power input E bar cross H bar minus loss of energy stored in the electric field and magnetic field. But here there is no involvement of conduction losses here. Ohmic losses are not there here. Ohmic losses are not there here. Only there is a loss of energy stored in the electric field, energy stored in the magnetic field. That's why here E bar dot J bar is nothing but P bar, and here it is E bar cross H bar. Anyway, it is volume or it is surface. Finally, the net power flows through an electromagnetic wave is equal to the cross product between E bar and H bar. Hence proved. Here. So this is this question. We can't imagine the EMF question paper without this pointing theorem. Thank you.